Hello, 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 everybody. Lori here from Unique in the Creek. Say hello, hello, hello when you come in. Hello. Hold on. My dog is barking because she wants food. Daddy's feeding her right now. Hello, my friends. Hello. Are you feeding her? Hello. I am doing well. Thank you for asking, Catherine. I had a wonderful weekend. Dave and I went over to the States. Hello, happy Sunday, yes. Dave and I went over to the States, stayed overnight, did a little bit of shopping, came home, and I felt like crafting. Hello, hi Patsy Hazelwood. So, I'm officially branded. I am now a Western University mom. Lolly went to the Western Open House in London, Ontario, where she will be going to school, and she got me the sweatshirt. So, as soon as she gave it to me, I had to put it on, right? Hello, hello. Okay, so I had no idea this even existed. My friend Dre, she kept talking about this blanket flower, Indian blanket flower. I had no idea what she was talking about, and I had to Google it. Dave, it's not the greatest picture, but it's gorgeous. I've never even heard of it. She has them growing all over her ranch and everything. So the outside petals are yellow, and the inner are red. The center is red with yellow. Really cool. I fell in love with this flower when she posted it because I love red flowers. Hi Jude, hi Tina, hi Sean. I love red flowers. Add red with some yellow, yes please, my favorite. So I'm going to try and recreate something close to this blanket petal. We're gonna try. So I'm gonna bring you guys down to the board. Hello Doris, hi Barbara, hi everybody. For some reason I can't get live streaming on Instagram anymore. I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to talk to Tanya tomorrow. But anyways, let me take my sweatshirt off because I do not want to get paint on it. But I just wanted to show you guys that I was branded. I hope it's pretty. I have an idea in my head what I'm going to do. So hopefully it will work out, right? Now what I'm going to be using is one of these faux sunflower centers. And we have a ton of these in our store. UniqueInTheCreek.com. So I'm going to be using this center. I am going to be painting it. Okay, so we are going to be doing a few things different. I'm going to be using yellow horizontal wide stripe, and I'm going to be using red horizontal wide stripe. But you'll have to wait and see what I'm going to do to the red petals. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I'm going to paint all this brown red. So I'm going to dab it on. So the center of the flower, it's got a hint of brown with red showing through. Or it's red around it. The center is yellow. It's red around it with a hint of brown. That's what I meant to say. So we're going to turn this into that. So I just got some normal red acrylic, just red paint from the dollar store. Okay. Yes, YouTube is, I can see everybody on YouTube. I can see Nana's Crafts and More. So I can see both YouTube and Facebook on here. Okay, so this red, I'm just going to use, I buy these all the time for painting instead of using a paintbrush. These are like the cosmetic wedges, makeup sponges. Very inexpensive. This one was like $1.50 for, I don't know, 30 of these. So I use them for painting all the time. So what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to take this red and I am going to dab it. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. I'm going to dab it on the center of this. Or not the center, the outside of it. And then it will look exactly like the center of the blanket flower. So these are just one of those styrofoam faux centers. Oh yes, it's working out quite nicely. Exactly what I thought it would look like. Because we want red, but we want some of that brown coming through. So just dab it on. Change the color to whatever you want. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining me this Sunday Eve. You did it with spray paint last year. It didn't melt it, the styrofoam nibs. It works pretty good with craft paint. I'm also going to put a little bit of red going in towards the yellow, just a little bit. Because I don't want such a big yellow center. All right, so we have painted the outer portion with the red. Okay, then I'm going to take a little bit of this paint and I'm going to kind of go in, smudging it just a little bit onto the yellow here, so we don't have such a big yellow center. Maybe let me try a paintbrush for this part because it's so smooth. It might work better with a paintbrush. Yeah, it's both the same. Just kind of feathering it into the center. From somewhere in Maine, you don't know where you are, Judy? So if you're just joining us, we're going to try and recreate a blanket flower. I have not personally seen one, but my friend Dre has them all over her ranch, she said. And she posted a picture because we were talking about it in the VIP group. And I literally fell in love with that flower. Literally. Red. I love red. Pink is my color, but I do love a red flower. Brunswick. Okay, so I've got the edging. Just gonna go a little bit in, a little bit. Just a little bit further. And we don't want it to be perfect because it's a flower. Which is kind of cool because there's little nubs in the center of this sunflower center, or in this flower center, and it's picking up a little bit of the red paint, which is really giving it a cool effect. Okay, good. Now, I'm also, you'd like Indian paintbrush too then. Is that another different flower? All these new flowers I've never heard of. And don't forget, I live really where it's really cold, so we don't get a lot of these tropical flowers and cactus and all that stuff. You can buy them in the stores. Okay, I think I'm happy with this now. Yeah, pretty good. Not bad. Okay, we'll let this dry, and it'll dry a little bit darker. Although if this works out, I think I will have to send this to my friend Dre and make myself another one. Okay, so this is what our center looks like. It's red with the brown peeking through on the outside. And then we got the red coming into the yellow here. Gotta wiggle your paintbrush in there to get into the crevasses. You know, the crevasses? Crevices. I don't want the yellow showing through. There we go. Okay, I think I'm happy. Happy Campa! It's a wildflower. It grows here in Nevada and Colorado. Well, I don't think I've ever seen one, Tanya. I have to Google that. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the center, let it dry. And of course, I'm like paint everywhere. Now I'm also going to be using some yellow paint. Just get a cloth. I'm going to use some yellow paint. I'm going to try and reuse my plate here because I only brought one. Okay, so the red kind of blends in to the yellow, right? So what I'm going to do, and it's the center, right? It goes red and then it blends kind of at the tips and then it goes yellow, right? So I'm going to take some of these red petals that I've already made, and I'll show you guys how to make the petals in a few minutes. So I am going to be doing this on row 4. So I need 8 red petals. Now I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. Good thing I'm not scared to try anything on live. If it doesn't work, meh, it doesn't work. No sweat. Okay, so I'm going to take some of this yellow. You have them in your flower beds? Well, lucky you. I was just introduced to them and I love, love, love them. So I'm going to put some yellow kind of going on. This is going to be red petals for row 4. No, it's not green. It is yellow. I might put dab a little bit of yellow paint. No, actually I won't, because that actually looks like the center. Like literally, because even this picture kind of looks greenish. This isn't the greatest picture. I just asked Dave to quickly print me one. But I did post some of them on the event. Okay, so I'm going to dab some yellow paint. This is plastic. So it will take the paint nicely. And just on the tips where this row is going to be the last row of the red and the beginning of the yellow. Yeah, I've painted on mesh before too. I made camouflage mesh. I don't know if you guys remember that. Oh, I think that was in the VIP group. I did camouflage. I actually made camouflage mesh. Camouflage mesh. It's hard to say. So this is just a, there we go, that's good. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. This is just going to be 8 petals. Good way to make yourself some ombre as well. Just dab a little bit of paint on it. Grab some makeup sponges and dab away. Kind of looks orangey, which is exactly what I want. Anybody else besides Tanya ever paint mesh? Or me? But I did that a long time ago. I made the coolest camouflage mesh. It is, Regina, right? This is the horizontal wide stripe. This is awesome to paint because most of it is plastic, and it does have the thick plastic weave in it. So it picks up a lot of the paint color that you're putting on it. And it dries fast. You never done it? I bet you guys will try now. Make your own kind of ombre, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. But we're just ombreing the red to the yellow. It will not peel off the mesh. However, saying that, I might spray it with a gloss. I don't know. But there's not enough on here for it to actually peel off. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Always learning something here when you come to Unique in the Creek. Lori's always doing something weird. You can paint burlap too. Just an FYI, in case you ever needed to, you know, paint burlap. So I got 1, 2, 3. Look how beautiful it is. It's like literally ombre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm sure after this live we're going to see some really funky looking flowers now that people got this idea of painting mesh in their head, which is really cool. Excited to see that. Okay, one more. And then we'll start putting this together. I will show you how I did the petal. And I just put wax paper under here. I see a paint on a dog potty pad and just throw it away when it's done. Well, I could have did that. I have wax paper. It's a lot cheaper than a dog pad. In a birthday plate that, I don't know how old this birthday plate is. And you look at, you really, really don't need much of it. Okay. Okay, we don't want it perfect. Let's see, is any of them dry? Oh, oh my gosh, it dried really, really fast. I'm going to see if I put a dab just a little bit more on when it's dry, if it becomes more yellow. Oh, it does. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just the tips, I'm just going to dab a second coat of yellow. So it kind of goes red, orange, and then the tips are yellow because the mesh behind is going to be yellow. Ooh, I'm excited. So now you guys got to go and share this to your own personal page. Go ahead right now. I'll wait for you guys. So people can see how cool crafting ideas Lori comes up with. And that will be your way of saying thank you for me coming on live and entertaining you people. No, it is the best way to say thank you to anybody that's doing live, is for you to just to basically share the live on your own page. Because you may have friends that, you never know, might want to take up wreathing or crafting. You people. There's my monk. Look at me painting mesh again, monk. We're making an ombre kind of effect. It's very cool looking. So it's almost red, orange, yellow. I don't want a straight line, so. Wait till you see my, so in the VIP group this Tuesday, myself, Michelle, and Dre, we do these little challenge things every so often. In February, we did War of the Roses. So on Tuesday, we are doing Shula Palooza. Shula Palooza. We are decorating shoes. Yes, shoes. Shoes, like for a centerpiece and stuff. It's going to be super cool. We're each going at the same time, so everybody's going to be able to watch us. Now, it's in the VIP group, but I believe Michelle is doing a combat boot. Dre is doing a high heel. I haven't told anybody yet what I'm doing. You know me. I really think outside the box. Hi, Barbara Wilkins. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you feeling, doll? Okay, we're done painting. Now we're going to put this bad boy together. Do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, got it, Nina. But thank you. Yes, so Shula Palooza is going to be awesome. So Dre challenged us to a centerpiece. So we try to do stuff that's outside our comfort zone. We all know Lori hates florals, and well, I'm getting better. I'll show you the petal first. But my shoe is going to be awesome. Okay, so this petal for the whole wreath. See how this petal is kind of, it goes like this. Almost like the petal I made with the mesh. It does that. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So this, I did wood burn these. Okay, wood burning the horizontal wide stripe is really, really easy. I did them 10.5 by 10.5, and I wood burned them because you do see these cut edges. Okay, and that is normally that's the only time I would burn anything, is when you can see the edges. Oh yes, the centerpiece has to have flowers. That's right. It has to be shoe, and it has to have flowers. And that's all the rules. All right, 10.5 by 10.5. Open it so it's curl up. Okay, curl up. We're going to turn it into a diamond shape. Okay, pay attention. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top corner. I'm going to bring it down to the bottom corner. And then I'm going to go with my finger straight up, hold it right in the center, and put my left hand underneath and open it back up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this corner, bring it right down to my finger. Then I'm going to take this bottom corner and bring it up just a little over the top corner there. Okay, so we have like this formation. And then I'm going to take this bottom, bring it up to the center. I'm going to take the top right here, bring it down to the center. So this is what we got. And then again, this, bringing it to the center. And again here, bringing it to the center. And then once we got all the way into the center, I'm going to fold it up like this. Flip it over and flip it up. And that is our petal. And I got red paint all over my yellow. Okay, I'll do that again. Okay, 10.5, or you can use 10, whatever your mesh is. You want a perfect square. Curl up, diamond shape, bring that top corner down to the bottom corner. And then I'm going to find the very center of my mesh. Put my finger under here. Take the top corner, bring it down to my finger. The bottom corner is just barely going over the top corner here. Okay. The bottom, bringing it up to the center. Top, bringing it to the center. And you'll see everything will match up here. And this is a cone flower. Okay, it's just, I flattened it. It's more of a flat cone flower. And then again, I'm going to fold it one more time, right to the center. And this right to the center. And then once you got it to the center, I'm just going to kind of fold it up. So it's very skinny in the center, and then it flares out like a flute, almost. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. Flip both sides upwards, and what I'm doing is making sure that both the points, the tips on the petals are the same size, or the same length, okay? And that is the petal for the whole flower. So I'm using 32 pieces of the yellow. This yellow mesh is called horizontal wide stripe, and so is the red. I use this a lot. It's similar to poly burlap, just a lot less expensive. So on the board, we're using the large board. I preloaded row 2. Row 3, I'm preloaded every second hole. Okay, so we went through this the other day where these holes that are close together, those are our normal holes. But when you want to add more petals, what I like to do is, instead of using the normal holes, I use the 2 beside the normal holes. So there's 2. We're skipping this space right here. 2, skipping the space, 2, skipping the space, all the way around. So you get sets of 2s. So you got, oh, I have one more here to do. Take our zip tie, and from here, go down and back up. Even though there's a zip tie already in that hole, we call this a shared hole. You absolutely could, Sharon. Okay, and you just close it until you hear that clicking sound. So I have to finish preloading row 2. Again, just go down and back up. Make sure the flat part of your zip tie is facing in between the 2 holes. That way, when the zip tie tail goes to the head, you'll hear that. Hi, Karen Franks. So we're using, like I said, 32 yellow and only 16 red. Okay, and there we go. We're all preloaded. And now what you're going to do, once you're preloaded, you are going to take the end, this nub part at the end of your petal here, put it into the zip tie, about a fingertip, not even. Just try to make them all the same all the way around, and just stick it in the zip tie. What a nice petal it makes, right? And then we'll do this one again. It almost looks like a flute. A flute. Maybe it's a flute petal. Okay, 2 more yellow on this row. So I'm just putting it in. It's got to be maybe a 1/2 inch. And then just give the ends just a little tug to make sure they're pulled out right. And there we go. We are finished the first row. That's 16 petals. Okay. And then I'm going to go around and cut off the zip tie tails. So this petal is actually amazing for just a normal sunflower, because it does hide a lot of the edge, and it's not too big and it's not too small. So it's not thin like a rolled petal, but it's not too big like a Dean Michael or like the typical sunflower petal. Okay, so now we're on to row 3. We're doing 16 again, and we're using the larger spaced holes. So you preload those again, and you get your laundry basket. Your laundry basket of petals. Can you tell I was watching TV while I was making these? Watching the new Love is Blind on Netflix. Okay, you're going to take, now I just elastic band the bottom to pre-make them, and then I toss them into my laundry basket. And this is getting big. It's catching everything. Okay, let's continue away. Again, the nub is only about a 1/2 inch in there. So it layers, so eventually you will not see any of the board. You don't see any of the zip ties. So rows 2 and 3 are my yellow. Rows 4 and 5 are my red. Now, depending on how you want this, you could put just row 2 yellow and the rest red if you wanted. If you just wanted a little bit of yellow peeking out. But I'm kind of doing a 1/2 and 1/2. We'll see how it looks. Because in this picture, it's only the tips that are yellow and it's more red. However, if you Google some of the other pictures, some of them have more yellow than red. So it really is up to you how you want to do it. It is a great idea. I got this big laundry basket at Dollarama for $4. It's perfect for petals, because I just, like, when I'm done them, and because I, have my feet up on the couch and everything, I just toss it into the basket. And eat my Chex Mix and watch Love is Blind. Farmer Wants a Wife? No, I never heard of that one. Farmer Wants a Wife. I'll have to remember that one. Is it good, Sheila? I still have that cut. Oh, you guys can't see because it looks like I have blood all over my hands, but I still have that cut at the end of my finger, and it's driving me crazy. Of course I'm still watching 90 Day. Although I'm getting kind of bored. Why they only have one 90 Day? Usually they have two going at the same time. But they only have one right now. So what I'm doing, 32 yellow, which is just a little shy of a full roll. But this mesh isn't really pricey to begin with, so you're good. I know, we're on the last episode of the new season, so after this, we'll go finish watching it. And then I have to wait till the end of March. Of course I watched Married at First Sight. I watched them all. And so does Dave. We watch them together. Like, I'm not allowed to start a new show without him. Oh, it's good? Okay. Can you message me, Sheila, with that name again? Like, private message me? I know you're on my messenger. Because I'll forget the name. All right, my friends. There's 16 of these yellow. And that is it for the yellow. Even though I have extras, I don't know why I cut extras, but that's okay. Hi, Pam. So if anybody's wondering what this is a zip tie gun. And if you use a lot of zip ties like I do, it's very handy because it pulls your zip ties and cuts them at the same time. Yeah, Regina, see, because I craft on my lap, and then, you know, like my office is my living room, I always have background noise on some kind of TV show. All right, here we go. We're going to the painted petal now that we did, the ombre style. Right, Regina? Pew, pew! All right, so now let's use these ombre ones that we did. Thank you, Tina Kelly. Exact same petal. They are awesome. Okay, so now that ombre kind of is blending in with our yellow here. So everybody Google Indian blanket flower so you can see if I'm close or not. Well, hi, Carlin. I'm glad you're late. We tried to wait for you, but we had to get started. Thanks for joining us. So these are 8 of them. Of these. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the paint's not coming off. So if you want to know how I did this ombre effect, just watch the beginning of this live on the replay, and you'll see how I made it ombre with just a little bit of paint. Oh, and you can see it on the, you can see it on the screen. I'm so glad. Right? It is. I just seen it on the screen here. Yeah, this is I don't know what we can call it. It's not really a cone petal. Maybe we should call it. What did I call it that it reminded me of earlier? Oh, thanks, Christy. Well, I know I didn't either, Barbara Wilkins, but Google it. I think I'm getting onto something here. Because I love a red flower. No, it's not a honeycomb shape. Flute. Thank you, Wendy. Kind of looks like a flute or something. All right, that row's done. So that is our ombre painted one. And now row 5, we are going to do all the holes and the shared holes. So I have to still finish loading them. So when you turn it over, you're going to have a whole thing of stitching here. It looks like stitching. So go down, back up. Down, back up. And down, back up. So we're going to have 8. So that's where I get my 16 red petals, 32 yellow. And like I said, if you want just kind of like the pictures, now if you check out the pictures on Google, there's some of the blanket flowers that have, you know, less red and more yellow. But if you want it like this one, you would just do row 2 yellow and the rest red. All right, let's get our red ones. Okay, we almost done. I think I'm gonna have to, there we go. Okay, it's the same petal again, so it doesn't really matter where you start. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So I'm just going around my circles here. And you build the flower right on the board. You don't have to worry about no plastic canvas and where are you going to put your petals and double zip tying them and all that stuff. It's very easy. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love a red flower. What I have on my door. Yes, this is just plain red I did on this one. And like I said before, you could do just the outside row with just yellow and the rest red. It's totally up to you. Well, hi from Virginia. Welcome, Judy. We're making a fun flower. Okay, last one. It would. Any colors would look cool. Okay, just kind of pulling them out to make sure all the tips are where they're supposed to be. Okay, let's cut these bad boys off and we will put a pipe cleaner and cable mount on the back of our center. Okay. And this is going to be our, ooh, look how cool. It's pretty close. Pretty close. I'm excited. Okay, so again, if you missed the beginning, this is just one of the normal faux center flower centers. I just dabbed red paint. So if you look at the blanket flower, you'll see that all this part is red and brown, and then it has the yellow-green center. We are going to put a cable mount on a pipe cleaner. Flip it over. And this one I've already used, but it was extra. Putting glue right in the center, putting this right in the center. Now do not push down with your fingers. Grab something and it melts right into the foam. So we do have a ton of different kinds of faux flower centers on our website, Unique in the Creek. We have these colors. I am going to put some green leaves on it, but you don't have to use these colors. You can use any colors you want and just combo them like I did. They are a staple must-have in your garden here in the South Carolina. Really? This is the first time I've ever, like when Dre talked about them, it was the first time I've ever heard of them. And then I seen a picture and fell in love. Okay, I'm going to add a few green petals or green leaves onto it while this dries. So there's our top. We're just going to put a zip tie on to hang it. So I'm just going to go down and push the tail back up. Oh, you're welcome, Arlene. Thanks, Nadine. Okay, there's our hanger. Now I'm going to put a few green leaves. I got this green. It is a wide, horizontal wide stripe as well. But this time I'm going to do the leaves a different style. So I'm putting, that's row 1. We're going to use, doesn't matter what hole you use. I usually only put about 4 petals. So I'm going to use here and here. And I'm going to put my mesh in front of me in a diamond shape, curl down. Factory edge is on top left, bottom right. And I'm going to just scrunch it from corner to corner. Okay, so you just pinching and pleating. You can see it's kind of an accordion like here. And dragging with your finger and your thumb and your Peter pointer. Clip on. Do another one. Right, it doesn't, just because your flower is all horizontal wide stripe mesh does not mean that your leaves have to be too. I just happen to have this green open already. And if you're careful, you can put your green leaves on first. But you just have to watch your arms so they don't get all tattered. Okay, so I have it under, pull it tight, and then I'm going to come around and pop the zip tie head right into the hole there. And that is how you do your leaves. Let's see how it looks. Ooh, not bad. And then I'm going to put another set directly across right here. I'll just do the 4. Right here. Thank you. So making the flower is easy. It's just the prep work for these flower wreaths. That's what takes the time. It's not really the putting together the wreath or anything. And I literally, once your mesh is cut, I could make this whole flower right on my lap while I was watching TV. this off. Oh, that doesn't matter. It's only the green leaves. There we go. Now let's pop our center in. And we'll be good to go. Thank you. Okay, we're going to take each of these pipe cleaner ends, put one down one hole, the other down the other hole, right in the center. Ooh, paint's still a little wet. Give it a twist. Cut the excess pipe cleaner off there, and then we're going to put it back down the hole. You're going to stick your business card or your sticker for your business if you're selling these at a craft show or something on the back. Even if it's not at a craft show, if somebody buys it off Marketplace or something, they're going to want to come and get their fall and Christmas. And there we go. I think I love it. Now I could spray the gloss spray, which will make this a little bit shiny. Well, that didn't sound good. That would be my dog trying to get something off the counter in the kitchen. I bet. There we go. Just making sure all my petals are pulled out correctly in their correct space. Okay, that's it. There we go. Isn't that cool? I need a kit. Well, all you have to do is buy some yellow, or you can buy a sunflower kit and buy an extra roll of mesh, red mesh. The sunflower kit comes with the yellow. Well, it comes with 2 rolls of yellow. It already comes with the sunflower center, comes with the board, comes with the zip ties. If you get an extra roll of red, you can actually make 2 with the sunflower kit. You need an extra board too, and an extra flower center, but you could make 2. Alrighty. I think it's pretty cool. Alrighty. That is a blanket flower. Pretty close. Mine has more yellow than red, but like I said, if you wanted to do the just row 2, you'd have more red. Actually, let's see. Yeah, I guess you could put some more red in there if you wanted. That's totally up to you. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. So, a really cool kind of flower mum blanket flower. Yes, it's horizontal striped mesh. Alrighty, and I can't wait to see what you guys do. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday night, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.